Yo, this is day 7 of me not smoking weed. Um, I'm just gonna continuously make videos as I go along. I think it's cool to have a log of myself. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good. I don't feel like smoking whatsoever anymore. Um, I'm enjoying myself. I had a dream 2 nights ago and 3 nights ago. Can't remember last night's dream, but the fact is I have been dreaming again. Um, and I'm happy about dreaming because it's fantastic. It's a level of abstraction that we usually just don't get when we smoke weed. Maybe you do. I don't. When I smoke weed, I just don't dream. Maybe I do, and I just can't recall ever. But I mean, if something happened to you but you can't remember it, did it really happen? Um, yeah, it did, but um, it would have no relevance to my life otherwise. Anyway, I feel good. My advice to anyone trying to stop is just stop. Try and exercise in between. Try and get on your bike, start running, take up a new hobby. Save the money you would have spent on weed, and buy an easel and paint. Buy do do whatever. There's so much more to be done than getting high. Getting high is fun, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It was beneficial to my life, aside from just fun as well, for many years, but I'd say it benefited me 30% of the time I'd smoked overall. Um, Smoking pretty much every single day for 5 years, I think has some effects on my memory. My short-term memory is, I can see is not as good. And I've been hanging around some of my friends who smoke weed still. And I've just noticed when they do smoke, I've seen them transition from sober to being stoned. And this time I'm not transitioning with them, so I can see more of a difference. And I just noticed this. It's just, the focus just kind of drops a bit. The enjoyment of them seems to drop a bit too, in fact, which is, it seems quite counterproductive. You want to smoke weed to get high, don't you? But I think when you smoke every day, it's no longer about, it's no longer about the same things. Um, and I do think it's an addiction. I was I was definitely addicted. I'd wake up, roll a joint, smoke a joint, chill for a bit, roll another joint, smoke another joint, chill for a bit, roll another joint, smoke another. I mean, I'd be high 24/7. I wouldn't even, as soon as I start feeling sober, get high. I would just be high and just stay high as much as I could. Um, and anyway, I think it's good to keep a log of these things because I think it would be nice to look back and see these videos and think, wow, I've come quite a long way. Um, but I also find, even my relationships with other people has just been improving as well. When I smoke weed, I become somewhat socially anxious. I used to sometimes convince myself that no, it makes me more confident, and no, it does this and it does this. But in reality, it's just harder to function. I mean, so I guess that's sometimes the fun of it, is that you kind of like, oh, you can't really do everything, so it's funny that you're trying to do it, and I guess it's just my opinion, but um, I'm feeling good. I'm dreaming. I don't think I'm ever gonna smoke weed again. In day 3, I said I think I'm gonna stop for about 6 months, but I actually think I'm gonna try and aim for much longer. I want to give it at least a few years, at least until it's no longer a thing in my life, until it's just past completely, where it's not, I don't wake up thinking, ah, yes, I haven't smoked weed yesterday, I'm proud. I want it to be, maybe I'll never smoke again, ever, who knows. um, I've decided I just want to live completely clean. I'm trying to stay clear of all drugs. I more or less did that when I was smoking anyway. It was the only drug I did do. I don't even I don't even drink coffee. I didn't even have caffeine. And I used to do everything, you know. I was I was doing alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, cocaine, ecstasy, or MDMA, whatever. No meth, at least. I've never done meth, but done opium even. But aside from all these things, it's there. And I put psychedelics in a class of their own completely. That's not even part of the same discussion. But again, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be where I am. Smoking weed made me somewhat ungrateful, that I almost had to always try and feel a bit better with the weed, but it's like you're tricking yourself, I feel. If you're watching this video, you most probably have some inclination to wanting to stop, and you most probably should. You probably are tricking yourself thinking, no, it benefits me, it does it. I mean, of course, if you have epilepsy, go ahead. If you have cancer, go ahead. I'm sure there's many reasons. I'm not doubting its medicinal value, but if you're a healthy person, don't smoke weed. Don't do drugs, rather. You know, if you can control yourself completely, go ahead, go for it. But if you struggle even somewhat, just rather stay sober, stay straight edge. You have a much clearer view of the entire world, you know. You're no longer blinded by dopamine and serotonin. And I realized a lot of the time that I thought I was happy. I wasn't. I wasn't happy whatsoever. I was just really high. You know, I thought my situation in life was good, but it wasn't. I was just really high. And yeah, if you're trying to stop and you're having a tough time, just keep going, because it gets better. Everything slowly gets better. The first couple days weren't so good. Up until even yesterday, I wasn't feeling too good. I haven't showered in a few days. My hair looks a little funny. It probably looks normal. I don't know. I'm overly judgmental about my hair. Anyway, yeah. Next video, 1 week of stopping smoking weed. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy making these videos because last video, you know, I didn't get too much feedback, but the feedback I did was very, very positive, and it just makes me feel good knowing that, you know, people are watching my video. Well, they watched my one video that I had and somewhat enjoyed it. And if you take anything positive from this video, fantastic. Anyway, I may update in the future, but this video is getting way too long, so